Welcome to the ScrewLoose channel. My name is Jacob, and I've been a tinkerer my whole life and can't seem to help myself from starting DIY projects. Completing these projects happens less frequently, but it does happen, and this channel is dedicated to covering these projects. Even though I tend to geek out and have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, it doesn't mean that I won't get shit wrong. And I have a puppy. After surprising my wife with a puppy, this little creature has dominated the focus of my life, and she has her own channel, Little Sniff, but I've decided to create a lunar camera so we can see more of her focus on the world. Her name is Luna, hence the title Lunar-Camera. I'm not the first person to have this idea, but I feel that I need to make one for her because she's precious and special. One idea was to use a POV or point of view action camera. I looked at the Osmo Nano from DJI, as well as the Insta360 Go series, which I believe Mr. Kitter's the Cat 2307 uses, as you can see here. The Go series weighs in at 39 grams and has a battery life of about 40 minutes when the camera module is detached from the screen and costs €310. There's even a pet strap for this camera, as you can see in this video here from Learn Online Video. The Osmo Nano is slightly heavier at 51 grams, but has a battery life of 90 minutes as compared to the 40. And this is also with the camera module separated. This one costs €280. The Luna is quite robust. I still want this contraption to be lightweight, so as to not restrict her movement unnecessarily. So a camera with a separate battery seems ideal. The world of drones came to mind as another good place to source equipment. Most drone footage that we see is captured with a separate camera, like an externally mounted GoPro, but I have my eyes set on the FPV, or first-person view camera that the pilot uses to fly the drone. As the tabs kept gathering in my browser, and the project spiraled away in my mind, my lovely partner suggested that I don't overthink it and make a more simple prototype. She also mentioned that we have an old surveillance camera laying around. She's always adding a bunch of logic and structure to my crazy ideas and turning them into something feasible. But I decided to play along this time, so here we are. I purchased a cheap surveillance camera a little over 2 years ago when we last had a permanent address, and we were afraid that our scammy landlord would enter our apartment when we were out of town, as we had just sued them for doubling our utility bills. I also had a slightly too large harness that came with the dog when I picked her up, so I decided to combine the two. I went full arts and crafts mode on a couple of bottles to make a more stable base for the camera pedestal. I tried a few different techniques to flatten the plastic pieces a bit, and the best technique was to dunk my fingers in hot water until the pain became intolerable, then have my wife pour cold water over my hands and the experiment to seal the shape. I also tried burning a hole in the plastic sheets for the camera pedestal, but had to switch to a good old box cutter. After a few failed pieces, I had 3 sheets that I felt satisfied with. I burned some small holes in the plastic so I could sew it to the harness, implementing the same technique that Swedish doctors use if you ever get a blue nail and have to release some of the pressure under said nail. I'm not sure they take such a primitive approach in other countries, but you can't argue with free. Here I'm sewing the plastic sheets and the camera pedestal to the harness. Of course, when you're filming, I can't find the fucking hole.
That's what she said.
Like, you just gotta keep filming until I find that fucking thing. Oh my god.
That's what he said. The other one was
Not so bad from some Burneskal. Double-handed backstitch, was that what it was called?
No, just
Double
a
back,
just a back stitch.
just a backstitch. After seeing it all assembled, was pretty impressed with the first prototype.
Let's see how it works. Here somewhere. There.
The camera automatically switched to night mode as it was well past midnight by the time I was done. The next day we could do some proper testing. The image is quite shaky. The video quality on this little surveillance camera is pretty mediocre. The harness is also so big that Luna has to wear a sweater to keep it from sliding around. But I really enjoy the videos. I love watching Luna's fussy ears flop around. I even gave her the corny title Terrier. You might also have noticed that Luna is quite shy and avoids both dogs and people. She was also in heat at this time, so this short king approached her quite persistently. You can see me push him away here.
Nope. No hunting. No hunting.
And here he comes back with a second attempt.
Okay.
Overall, I'm really happy with the outcome, and I'm excited to make more iterations. The most obvious problem is the shaky image, so that's what I'll address first. I will try some image stabilization software at some point, but I'll try to come up with some mechanical solutions first. A better camera with a wider lens is also on my wish list. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that I'll see you next time.